Morning in 8 minutes, and this morning all eyes are on this chimney. You're taking a live look at the Sistine Chapel as we wait for the next round of smoke to rise out of it.
Yeah, just about an hour ago we saw another batch of black smoke, meaning a pope has not been elected, but another round of voting soon. Right now 133 cardinals inside the Sistine Chapel working to elect that next pope. Now, when it happens, it'll be white smoke that rises out of it. The last 3 popes have been elected within 2 days of voting. If no new pontiff is chosen after a third day, the cardinals would then take a pause of the conclave for a day of prayer and discussion. We're, of course, keeping a close eye on the smoke out of the Sistine Chapel, and we'll keep you updated as it develops. Well, an unexpected end to a high-profile court case in the state.
A jury found 3 former Memphis officers accused in the beating death of Tyre Nichols not guilty. The officers were facing a range of charges, including kidnapping and second-degree murder. They were accused of beating and killing Nichols following a traffic stop 2 years ago. The 3 officers still face potential prison time on federal charges, and the Nichols family has a pending civil lawsuit against the city of Memphis. However, the other high-profile Tennessee court case happening these past couple of weeks will continue.
Yes, it will. Judge overseeing the public corruption trial against former House Speaker Glenn Cassada and his former Chief of Staff Cade Cothran tossing out the defense's motion for a mistrial. Prosecutors accidentally letting the jury hear a part of Cassada's interview with the FBI that was supposed to be redacted and allegedly incriminating Cothran. The judge decided that was not grounds for a mistrial, so the government's last witness retook the stand. If Cassada's and Cothran's lawyers elect not to put on a defense, closing arguments could come as soon as this morning. Well, 3 rivers in Cotton County, the Pigeon, the French Broad, and the Nolichucky all look extremely different than they did several months ago.
That's right. This is all because of changes from Hurricane Helene. Spots that used to be safe could be very dangerous now. There's still a lot of debris out there, but there's a lot of changes to the rivers itself as well. A couple weeks ago, a teen went to what used to be a swimming hole, and when he jumped in, it turned out to be way shallow now. The Newport Rescue Squad says that teen was badly hurt. That's why they're putting out an alert warning about how much change there is out on the water. The Newport Rescue Squad tells us they are still relearning everything about all 3 rivers. Their next boat training day is coming up Saturday. And a sign of the summer, Cades Cove car-free days. They're coming back next month.
Was supposed to start yesterday, but the National Park now says June 18th will be the first vehicle-free day of the summer. Pretty simple. If you have a vehicle, can't go into Cades Cove on Wednesdays. Loop Road, you'd have it all to yourself if you're either going for a hike or a bike ride. They say it does get busy. Timing is everything. Try and go in the afternoon. A lot easier than if you go in the morning. Once vehicle-free days start back up, they'll continue every Wednesday through September the 24th. And this morning, interest rates will not change, at least for right now.
The Federal Reserve wrapped up its 2-day meeting saying it's not budging on interest rates. This is the Fed's 3rd consecutive meeting holding rates steady after making 3 cuts in 2024. The impact from President Donald Trump's tariffs is still unclear, but Chair Jerome Powell has warned they will likely push up prices and slow down the economy. While the Fed waits for clarity, President Trump has been openly critical of Powell and pushed for a rating cut. Chairman Powell pointed out surveys of households and businesses show a sharp decline in sentiment and higher uncertainty about the economic outlook, mainly due to trade policy concerns. And President Trump says today is a day to celebrate.
Indeed. Yesterday, he signed a proclamation naming May 8th Victory Day for World War II. It marks the day the Allies declared victory in Europe. It marks 80th anniversary of that victory. However, important to note, World War II didn't continue in the Pacific for another several months. Marines, sailors, and soldiers continuing that fight until the Japanese surrendered on September the 2nd.
Today, fallen Tennessee highway troopers will be honored at a memorial service. It's an annual event honoring state troopers and other law enforcement officers who died in the line of duty. Today's event starts at 10 o'clock this morning Eastern Time. It's happening in Nashville.
The University of Tennessee spring commencement ceremonies begin next week. 15th through the 17th inside Thompson-Boling Arena at Food City Center. More than 6,000 students are set to graduate. Even if you're not attending a ceremony, be on the lookout for heavy traffic in the area.
And it's 6:54. We want to get a look at that traffic right now with Olivia Calfee.
Yeah, guys, you can always expect traffic around graduation time, but I do have a first alert for you all right now. Anderson County, there's a structure fire. The Anderson County Sheriff's Office has confirmed this is in the 1500 block of Lake City Highway in Clinton. You are going to need to expect delays in the area if you're headed out the door right now. Here's a look at the Knoxville area traffic. We're still moving along right there. We'll take a couple different live looks. I-75 at Merchant Drive, north and southbound lanes still look good. Same story for 640 at Western Avenue, east and westbound lanes. So it's still up to speed on this Thursday morning.
Definitely some good news there, and I'd say mostly good news as you're getting out the door with the weather. I mean, we do have spots of rain, but if anything, this just serves as a good reminder to take the rain gear with you. Most of you are dry. Again, spotty showers popping up in the humid air and all these clouds moving by. So maybe not the prettiest of views. I didn't get to see even a little bit of light here from downtown Knoxville, as I usually use this webcam as my window into the morning views. I can tell you right now, though, all this adds up to warmer morning. Clouds, humidity, spotty rain. At 61 right now, Knoxville and Madisonville, 59 in Wartburg and La Follette, and 57 in Middlesboro. So this morning is stuffy and cloudy, but this afternoon is steamy and some isolated downpours and storms. Actually, what pops up in the afternoon is definitely going to be some heavier rain and rumbles of thunder flaring up ahead of a batch of rain and storms, but it is going to be a broken batch. That's why I think we'll have about a 60% coverage of our area in heavy rain, storms with some hail, gusty winds to end the day. So notice we'll go up to 72 at noon. High today 77, and then we'll round out the day back in the upper 60s before we can round out the week, bringing that humidity back down. I'm looking forward to this start of Mother's Day weekend. Much more comfortable there. Notice the humidity goes right back up. Of course, it is East Tennessee and it is May. So those temperatures get knocked around in these on and off rain and storms with today's front coming in late. Up and down temperatures next couple of days, and then more storms at times next week. So a lot to track for you coming up on the CW. Hope you'll join us.
All right, Heather, thank you so much. Like Heather said, it's a busy start to this Thursday. We've got so much more news, weather, and traffic all coming up on the CW Knoxville. We hope you join us. Have a wonderful Thursday.